Hello friends, do like the video, share it with others and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you. A very good evening ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Destination Talk chapter 14 and we are going to discuss a wonderful destination called Georgia. Well, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for a wonderful response to this webinar. We have got over subscriptions for this. So at a particular moment, we are going to lock this group so that the people who are missed out, we will share a YouTube link of this particular episode and that can be viewed on my YouTube channel, Sanket Shah 2007. To give you a glimpse of what is this all about, this is an initiative called Destination Talks. As I can see, there are many friends and many industry partners who are joining here for the first time. So today I am on the 14th chapter of Destination Talk, and in between I did 3 chapters of tourism talk wherein we have discussed 12 different chapter destinations and 3 different topics of tourism like tour management, tourism version 2.0, and about staying motivated and networking and all. So today we are discussing Georgia. Talking about Georgia, we have the guest today as an expert and the person who is coming onto this talk show for the second time on 14th of April. That was the 4th chapter of Destination Talks. We did Azerbaijan with Mr. Grover, and today we have again Mr. Vikrant Grover from Go Georgia Travel and DMC, and we are going to do things a bit differently today. Today we don't have a present PowerPoint presentation. We do have it, and we have all your email IDs as you have registered. So we will cross to you post the seminar. But today we are going to discuss it live and have a casual discussion on Georgia with some really very different parameters so that at the end of this particular topic we all will be surely well uh, well educated about this particular destination to sell it to our mice as well as leisure requirements. So to start with, I would like to introduce the DMC. Go Georgia. Go Georgia is one of Georgia's foremost full service provider, event and meeting requirement management company. They go an extra mile to help you create truly unique MICE functions, including weddings and special occasions, tailored to your needs and values. And all in a very special location, their culturally aware, multilingual staff have worked on a wide range of high profile international events and form a tight knit, energetic team that has been frequently praised for its can do mentality. They offer activity programs are the most creative in Tbilisi, combining local flavor with international standards of service, led by a hand-picked team of staff. That means that you can enjoy opting for top quality hosting at surprisingly affordable rates. Now, talking about the man himself, Mr. Vikrant Grover is a founder director, a professional with more than 2 decades of experience in tourism. He's a very good and a great storyteller with an in-depth knowledge of experiential travel. He expertise in the region and successful case of setting up Azerbaijan as a destination for Indian tourists led him to bring Georgia as a great offering for Indian market. MICE tourism has been intrinsic to Vikrant's business model and he hopes to contribute exponentially to its evolvement. So this is about Mr. Grover and Go Georgia. So that you can see behind me, it's Go Georgia. So now, Mr. Vikrant, we are all set to hear from you about Go Georgia and about Georgia as a destination.
Sanket, thank you so much. It is really a pleasure for me to be between such wonderful audience, and for special thanks to you for organizing this, inviting us to be a part of this session. So what we've done today, as Sanket mentioned, is we'll be doing a very different session. I would like Sanket has already done an introduction about me. I am an Indian by birth and also now by nationality and passport. I am based out of India, but I work between Georgia and Azerbaijan very closely. So I am always around in Azerbaijan. A lot of people who know me already on this group know that I am Azerbaijan is my second home, and Georgia is now my third home. So it is in December 2019 we decided to move and venture into Georgia as a destination. Georgia has been very popular for guests all over the world. And we were seeing a demand of a combination destination coming along with Azerbaijan, and we decided to bring Georgia as an offering to the Indian market. It has been already in 2016 onwards, Georgia is very popular. It connects, the main city is Tbilisi. Tbilisi connects very, very well with every airlines that could come to our mind. Whether it is Lufthansa, whether it is Turkish Airlines, whether it is Air Arabia, Fly Dubai, by the way, Cross India, connect with Air Arabia to Tbilisi. Fly Dubai or Emirates, Qatar, Gulf Air, and very soon that I have got an update that Indigo has plans to go to Georgia, Tbilisi as a city. So there were plans already pro Corona COVID-19 period, but I think it is still not closed. It is still in talks, and Indigo will start flights very soon to Georgia, hopefully. So Georgia has been a very different experience for me. It is not CIS or it is not Central Asia or anything. It is Europe. And that is what brings me close to this destination. You are traveling to a European city. Every aspect of any leading European city you can find in Georgia. Tbilisi as a city has every offering that we see in Amsterdam, in Paris, in London, or in any other cities like Vienna, Prague, Budapest. The offering that we have, the concept behind Go Georgia, is to give our tourists a very different view to the destination. We are not only talking about coming and eating and seeing and going back. We are doing experiential things here. What we bring for you is visiting the monuments, visiting the wine cellars, visiting the vineyards, visiting the regions, a lot of adventure sports, a lot of activities, and a lot of different types of tours where we can send a journey to, for example, on a food train. You can go and try food from different regions of Georgia. So in this show, what we've done is I've personally invited few of my guests from Georgia, a very popular hotel from Georgia called Sheraton Hotel. And I have also invited my colleague, Mr. Sudhanshu Kaushik. He is from Novo Hospitality, a very well-known face in Georgia. For the last 4 years, he's been in Georgia opening and managing hotels. Also runs a hotel by the name of Premier Palace in Azerbaijan, Baku, an Indian restaurant in Baku. And hopefully we have an Indian restaurant by Sudhanshu opening in Georgia, Tbilisi very soon. And we have my teammate Lika, who joins us with vast experience of managing incoming leisure and FIT groups. She is the head in Georgia locally to manage everything on ground for your quotations, for your requests and everything. And I'm almost, I'm available all the time, for you to come and visit you in your offices and explain the destination and talk about the destination, whether it is over a Zoom call or a WhatsApp or an email or anything. So I would like to introduce this audience to Mr. Givi Bitsadze. He's the Director Sales of Sheraton Metechi Grand Palace Hotel, one of the finest hotels in Georgia. And while Givi does a very nice tour for us of his hotel, I would, then tell you more about what are the other offerings of hotels that we have for Indian tourists in this. So I would request Givi to please show us your wonderful hotel and give us an introduction on your hotel and your product.
Thank you, Vikrant. Good afternoon, everybody. Greetings from Tbilisi and Sheraton.
It's nice and sunny outside, Givi.
Say again?
The day
It's nice and sunny. I can see you are sitting in the courtyard.
Oh, it is beautiful. I'm sitting on our beautiful terrace. The hotel is very happy to have so many terraces, and also not only terrace comes with a view. What I will do right now, I'll show Old Town Tbilisi, which is right on palm of your head, literally. You can see entire Tbilisi from here. Only 15 minutes away from us to walk. By the car takes about 5 minutes. So it's very easy, very accessible, and at the same time we are closer to the airport. 15 minutes away from the airport. At the moment, Georgian regulations allows us to open our outside terrace because of our pandemic. Unfortunately, we had it closed, so we are open it next Monday, which is June 1st. And after that one, June 8th, will be entire hotel open and ready to receive your guests. If you look at the hotel right now, we see hotel from outside. It's beautiful, 10-floor property with 220 rooms in 5 different categories, starting from deluxe rooms all the way up to presidential or royal suites. All of our rooms, including deluxe rooms, come with espresso machines. We have 89 rooms that come with balconies, which guarantees a nice view. At the same time, if you're a smoker, we can give you balcony room so we can smoke outside because in Georgia, it's not allowed to smoke the property. Which is our craft house and will be opening coming June 8th. It's a beautiful sports bar that is open till 2 a.m. So there's a plenty of drinks available and a lot of drinking options. We have beer, 9 kind of beers on the tap, and there's a plenty of space to have a social distancing events in here. Then we are coming to our lobby. This is our lobby area. If you look at this beautiful latrine, you should see there is a plenty of daylight available and plenty of room for, again, social distancing. It has a lobby lounge inside the lobby area, which soon will be converted in a disinfection station. Per regulations, we need to have separate disinfection station. At the moment, what we have right now, when you enter in a hotel, there is a one with appropriate signage, which are in preparations, and everything is set to receive a guest as of June 8th. Meanwhile, there's a one you come in a hotel. This is the main entrance. When you come from outside, you see all this beautiful view, panoramic elevators that go all the way up. Hotel is brand new, but at the same time, it's an old lady. Hotel was built in 1991, so 29 years of experience in Georgian hospitality. However, in 2014, we closed for renovations and reopened it again March 1st last year, which is completely overhauled. We spent good $50 million to overhaul the entire property. And what we have done, we extended our meeting spaces. And now we are entering in our pre-function area. This is the MICE destination, the MICE hotel, with the largest ballroom in a city, and not, if not in a country. It's up to 1,000 square meter, so can fit about the same amount of people in theater staff. It's a pre-function area with 4 meeting rooms on the right-hand side, while we have ballroom on the left-hand side. Ballroom can be divided in 3 parts. 2 parts are 300 square meters and 1 part is about 350 square meters. All the meeting rooms have a daylight, natural daylight, and also has a door from outside, so which will allow us to bring people inside. What I will do right now, I'll show 2 parts of the ballroom. 1 part, which is 350 square meters. Sorry. And also, now I made it purposely dark, so once I light it up, you'll see surprise what we have here. So this is our beautiful ballroom, part of it. Ceiling is 5 meters high, completely soundproof. There is no guest room above the ballroom, which gives us a luxury to have parties till 5, 6 a.m. and will not bother any guests or anybody who are participating in the event. These beautiful chandeliers cost us about $500,000. They are last fit, checkmate. And all the meeting rooms are equipped with audio, video equipment built in. We also have our own simultaneous translation equipment and our stages, banqueting tables, etc. All you name it, we have it in a hotel. The pre-function area has separate entrance at the same time, while this also connected to the main area from that side. But this is a pre-function area entrance. If there's an event, only people can come here and enjoy the event directly without going through entire hotel. The last part of the ballroom, once united, the ballrooms can be united. So then it gives you 1,000 square meters. So once united, what we have here in this part of the ballroom has a separate door. This door has a street access, so we will be able to bring cars inside. And we are the only hotel in the country who can bring car inside the ballroom. And through the ballroom, you can go outside. It is a double door, and then go in the lobby if needed. So that gives us a luxury of hosting a car lunches or some nice presentations for different kind of automakers. The pre-function area itself is 560 square meters. So there's a plenty of room, social distance yourself from others, and it will be safe environment. Hotel also has indoor and outdoor pools. Unfortunately, indoor pool cannot be open at the moment per Georgian regulations. However, outdoor pool will be opened as of June 8th. It's being cleaned right now, so we'll be able to open soon. There's a Spine Hotel with 5 separate cabins, one for a spa suite, which is for a couple massage, and the rest are for everybody. There's 5 different saunas also, 2 steam rooms, there's a hammam, there's a dry hammam, and we have also the plunge pool for people to enjoy coming out from the hammam. The one unique thing we have in a hotel is a wine library and the rooftop restaurant. Our rooftop restaurant is called Ati, which is in Georgian means 10, and the location of the restaurant is a 10th floor, so meaning that's why we have it in there. That it's a modern Georgian grill, unlike any other Georgian. This one has a very good Georgian food with fusion touch. Right now, what I'm going in our main dining restaurant, which is called Feast, to meet one of our chefs and have few main restaurant, which is called Feast, and it can feed about 170 people inside and about 60 people outside on the terrace right behind the pool. Now, let me go on a speaker because I want to say hi to our chef. Can you?
That's Makhanlal. Makhanlal ji, namaste.
नमस्ते सर नमस्ते सर नमस्ते
कैसे हैं मक्खनलाल जी?
सर नमस्ते
नमस्ते मक्खनलाल जी. How are you?
I'm good sir. How are you sir?
So we have Indian chef in the hotel.
So what we have done, we have an Indian chef in a hotel on a full-time basis. Would you like to sit down? Maybe we sit down and talk. Go ahead, sit down. We have an Indian chef in-house. We hired him so we can have him and your groups to be happy when they arrive in Tbilisi. So we have all the food, like mother's cooking, but my Mahan, he's cooking right now for staff. So we are very happy that he's cooking. Our food has been delicious last few days, and he started cooking for staff. So he's here for so we are ready for Indian events, Indian weddings, all the social events we needed, we can have it in a hotel. We'd like to talk about some modification we have done for a breakfast or for our banqueting menus. Maybe we can explain in details.
कीजिए कि आप कैसे सर्व करते हैं अपने जो इंडियन गेस्ट वहाँ पे आते हैं फॉर ब्रेकफास्ट रिक्वायरमेंट, फॉर गाला डिनर रिक्वायरमेंट, उसके बारे में.
सर यहाँ पर सब कुछ बुफे में लगता है.
ओके.
बुफे में लग जाता है, सब कुछ बुफे में रहता है, इंटायर फूड लग जाता है. इसे एक तरफ इंडियन सेक्शन होता है, बाकी और अदरवाइज दूसरे फूड होते हैं. तो उसमें 2 ब्रेकफास्ट हो गए, जैसे 2 ही ब्रेकफास्ट ऐड कर लेते हैं. इंडियन ब्रेकफास्ट हो गया, जैसे उसमें कोई भी 2 वैरायटी हम उसमें ऐड कर लेते हैं, पराठे कर लेते हैं, या उसमें कुछ पोहा वगैरह या साउथ इंडियन कुछ उसमें ऐड कर देगा.
तो मक्खनलाल जी, एक बात बताइए, जो हमारे इंडियन ग्रुप्स होते हैं उनके लिए जैन फूड की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो आप पूरी मीट कर देते हैं जैन के हिसाब से?
हाँ जी.
और गाला डिनर के अंदर आप क्या मेन्यू सजेस्ट करेंगे हमारे ग्रुप्स के लिए इंडियन खाने का, अगर हो तो?
गाला डिनर में सर उसमें आपके सैलेड आ गए, उसमें 6 सैलेड आ गए आपके, उसमें 2-3 आपके वेजिटेरियन आ जाएगा, 2-3 उसमें नॉन वेजिटेरियन आ जाएगा, और उसमें स्नैक्स आ जाएगा, सूप वगैरह सब कुछ आएगा उसमें विद स्टार्टर.
और हमारे को वहाँ पे और मसाले और अपना पनीर और समोसा और किसी चीज की कोई दिक्कत नहीं है?
नहीं सर, वो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, वो सब कुछ अवेलेबल हो जाएगा.
So Givi and Makhanlal ji, thank you so much. It was really lovely to have you on the show. And just to tell the group that this is the largest hotel with convention facilities in Tbilisi, and they have an in-house Indian chef which clears a lot of doubts in the minds of a lot of our travelers. Whether we talk about Marwadi food or Rajasthani food or South Indian food, everything is available in Tbilisi and at Sheraton Hotel. The hotel is a beautiful hotel located in the city center, and a lot of Indian groups that go to this hotel never complained about. It is always a requirement. Parties should go on till 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Having Indian chef and a ballroom which is away from the rooms, it is not a problem at all for us. And there is ample parking for the buses, the coaches, etc. that we can see here. And Givi, can we do wine tasting in your hotel? If there is an event where we want to do wine tasting?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take you actually in a wine library. Thank you. So what we have, there's a dedicated wine library actually. What we have for 1,600 bottles of different kind of wine. There's a active and passive displays. So there's a separate sort of very nice wine cellar that we host private events here. Up to 36 people can sit here. Also, what we have in-house sommelier who can help you with pairing the wine with different kind of food. There's a lot of wine from big factories as well as small boutique wineries at the same time. So the wine is part of Georgia and part of our hotel at the same time. So that's why we have brought wine in a hotel and a wine library at the same time. Because one thing I would like to add you is in terms of catering, not only we can host Indian groups in-house, we can also do outside catering when needed. So if we have outside function, let's say you want to do somewhere in a field, we can cater them there as well with Indian chef and Indian requirements, or if you need Georgian at the same time.
Okay, thank you so much, Givi. It was lovely having you on the show with us. Please be tuned inside in the show. We may have some question answers coming to you in the end of the show. And now I would like to give an introduction to my teammate, Miss Lika. Miss Lika is the head of operations and product development in Go Georgia team in Georgia, based in Tbilisi. She has many years of experience and she has handled tourists from practically every part of the world. Lika, please tell us something about Georgia, because we want to hear your viewpoint to Indian tourists, because you've worked with companies in the past and you've handled tourists from India and various other parts of the world. So what is it that about Georgia that you want to tell us unique about Georgia as a destination? Tell us something about the itineraries that we can do for our clients.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Mr. Vikrant, and Mr. Sanket. Thank you for your support. I want to say a very big hello, dear partners from Georgia. I'm Lika, as Mr. Vikrant mentioned, and I'm very proud because I'm from Georgia, and to my mind, it's a very great honor to have the opportunity to talk about my country. Georgia is a country of majestic nature and unique culture. For example, mountains, meadows, rivers, lakes, ancient cave towns, delicious cuisines, and wine. In Georgia, there is a saying that guest is sent by God. And in fact, every guest in Georgia is greeted with love, respect, and warmth. Be our guest, be our Go Georgia Travel guest, and explore Georgia with us. Taste delicious Georgian wine and cuisine. Participate in various activities and feel Georgian spirits. This will be a memory that lasts a lifetime. So this is a very short description about my country, but here is the main important things which must know every customer before travel to Georgia. Dear partner, as I mentioned, I want to introduce about 3 nights and 4 days itinerary in Georgia. For example, I will start to step by step explain this plan. Day first will be arrival to Tbilisi International Airport, and after will be Tbilisi city tour. It depends on flight. Maybe it will be afternoon city tour or night city tour, but night Tbilisi it's very colorful and amazing. So first of all, we'll be arrival to Tbilisi, warm welcome to Tbilisi airport. After we'll be transferred to the hotel. Standard check-in time is 15 p.m. If flight will be before check-in time, our company can offer lunch Georgian, very interesting and attractive restaurants. After lunch, our driver guide pick up and check in your hotel. As I mentioned, today you will have a city tour in capital of Georgia, Tbilisi, which is considered as one of the most ancient cities in the Caucasus. Tbilisi for city tour, where you can take cable car, ropeway to Narikala for tourists to enjoy breathtaking panoramic view of the city. And this panoramic view is very amazing at night. Walk down to the district of Salpur bath houses. Also, we can stroll through the Sheraton area, full of narrow streets with cozy cafes, wine tasting bars, and souvenir shops. Also, at night, we can take a boat trip to Metechi River by a very original mean of transportation and raft. After tour, we can offer Georgian dinner. It depends on our customers' idea. Also, we can offer with show elements, with Georgian music and national dance. But anyway, this special dinner will be special for our customers. Now, Georgia, I want to talk about little information about Georgian nights. Georgian nights, a great opportunity to have a good time, get acquainted with the traditional Georgian feast, watch a professional performance of colorful Georgian folk dance, listen to the traditional Peloponnesian singing, and feel the hospitality of Georgian people. Second day will be Ananuri Gudauri Azbeki tour. This part of the tour is very amazing and attractive also for me and also for our customers. Daily plan will be like that. Breakfast at the hotel. After every tour will start 10 a.m. Our driver will pick up your hotel in Tbilisi. First step will be Ananuri Fortress, which is a 16th century castle complex on the Aragvi River. During tour, we can offer Georgian lunch with local restaurants because we don't want to tire our customers. After, next stop will be Gudauri. Gudauri is a very famous and attractive ski resort. It's located at Azbegi region of Georgia. It's 120 kilometers far from Tbilisi at the highest of 2,196 meters. After that drive to Gergeti Trinity Church, we can offer option drive by jeep tours. After these tours will be drive back to Tbilisi, drop off your hotel, and depend on our customers' ideas, will be night. We can offer special dinner. It depends on again customers' ideas. It will be Indian or Georgian restaurants. Third day will be Kaheti Bodbesignari tour. As I mentioned already, daily plane will be breakfast at the hotel. Tour starts at 10 a.m. First stop will be Bodbe Monastery, which one is a 4th century. During the tour will be again lunch, local restaurants, and will be wine tasting, and there will be very interesting part of this tour. For example, our customers can see how making Georgian bread and like special things about our country, cuisine. After the city will be city Signare, which one is the city of loves, and will be after dropping Tbilisi. At night will be special dinner. Fourth day will be departure, check out from your hotel, and will be shopping time and transfer to Tbilisi airport. It's a short description about 3 nights and 4 days in Georgia, and actually most of the important things we can offer our guests. It depends on your request. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Lika. That was great. Sanket, over to you.
Thank you too.
So proceed now with Sudhanshu ji and Novo Hospitality. I would like to understand, Vikrant, how about the best time to travel to Georgia and also about the visa thing? Because whenever we discuss MICE, visa is the first thing we all think of. So about visa and the best time to travel.
So Sanket, first I would like to take your question on visas because a lot of people have apprehensions in their mind when it comes to Georgia for visas. So Georgia is absolutely an open country when it comes to tourists. Tourism is one of the prime industries in Georgia. Now, when you talk about visas, there are two types of visas that we can get for your clients. Number one is an e-visa, where you fill up an online form, or you send us your passport copy and we apply for an online visa for you. The visa is done by us and we send it back to you. But what happens in Georgia and in most of the other countries is, immigration at the airport is scanning your profile. They profile the clients and they scan them. At an e-visa, I would say that there have been in the past that people have been deported because they had some problem in the profiles, or the government was not very convinced that they have come for touristic reasons only. There has been times where people have come to Georgia, more than 3,000 Indians have come to Georgia and they've stayed back, or they've overstayed, or they've moved into another countries, neighboring European countries, because they saw it as a route to get into Europe. And we all know that this is quite a common practice in some regions of India. So we strongly recommend our partners to get visa done in India through the Embassy of Georgia in India. If their VFS is there, which is facilitating the Georgia visa, the process is exactly similar to a Europe Schengen visa that we may have for any of the countries. So if you have a MICE group with us, we will organize a meeting with the Georgian High Commission for you, where you can give in your documents, your profile of the travelers who are traveling, their documentation, everything, and they will issue a sticker visa on your passport in India. The process is exactly same as any EU visa. Insurance, flight tickets, hotel bookings, and the company papers, documentation, the financials, and the reason to choose Georgia as a destination. These are the 5 most important things which are required. We have groups, we have done groups where the meetings have happened with the embassies and they are absolutely fine. We also make sure that before the arrival of any group or any individual, we take confirmation of all the payments that we have received from you as a receipt. We take confirmation of the hotel that we get from Sheraton or any other hotel with the rooming list, with the numbers of the passport, with the copy of the passport, a copy of the visa issued. Everything is given to the immigration before arrival of the group. And we do it that morning itself. We send them an email 3 days before, but our person goes to the immigration office and gives those lists, so the group is cleared. We've also had a small group where we had a separate immigration counter for our group. So people do not have to go and queue up with everybody, but there is a separate counter of immigration for the group, and people can go there, and that counter is only for our group. So visa is not a problem at all. The charges for a normal visa, which you do on a e-visa, Mr. Bafna asked this question right now on a chat, I could see that, is approximately $30 to $40 for an e-visa. And for a normal visa, which we do through the Indian High Commission with the Georgian Embassy in India through VFS, is exactly same as Schengen visa charges. I do not know what the current Schengen visa charges are, but it is same. But Georgia is absolutely open to take travelers from 1st of June, and they are absolutely fine. People have already started booking with us for winters. They are coming for ski, not only from India, from Poland, from Saudi Arabia, from Dubai, from Morocco. We've got clients also coming in from Portugal and from Thailand and from Malaysia and India as well. So all over the world, people have already started looking at Georgia as a destination for this year, 2020, because there are no corona cases in Georgia. The active corona cases in Georgia as of today morning is less than 200 cases, and everybody is hospitalized and is under a treatment which is happening. So this is to answer your question, Sanket, on Georgian immigration and on Georgian visa.
Yeah, thank you. And the best time to travel?
It's all year. It's a 12-month destination. If you are going in summers, Tbilisi and Batumi can be a great option for your groups. If you are going in winters, like we do in Azerbaijan, we take people to Baku and then they travel to Shadag and Gabala to watch the snow. We can do the same thing in winters. We can take them to the ski slopes. They can go spend a full day in the snow. We can have a picnic lunch for them. We can take them to the mountains. So it's a 12-month destination. we get people from all over the world visiting around there. Summers is the time which is peak season, I would say, because a lot of Europeans, people from Turkey, people from Africa, United States, UK visit Georgia. So it's like peak season, but it's a 12 by 7 destination, 12 months destination.
Thank you, Mr. Vikrant. The sentence which you mentioned that the bookings are already on for the last quarter of this year sounds so positive during this lockdown, and we hope that happens for every destination soon.
Sanket, yesterday I received a confirmation of a group which is coming in August. They have already confirmed to us that they will be coming in August. They want to visit 3 nights in Tbilisi and 2 nights in Batumi. And this is a group of 20 people from south of India, and they like to come because, Georgia offers a lot of casinos and everything, and they're coming for, to play casinos. And I don't think so that there is any problem. We've already started the visa process, but they are just awaiting guidelines of Indian government, because we don't know right now what are the guidelines issued by the Indian government post-COVID, that if somebody is traveling from overseas and coming back, whether he will be quarantined or not. So that is what is holding them up to confirm the group to us. Once we are clear on it, it's already open for India. Absolutely. We already had groups from India in the month of April, May, June. We had series of Marwadi groups from our partners in Bombay and in Gujarat, where we had leisure Marwadi groups and Gujarati groups confirmed with us as a combination. And it's a great destination. I had Mr. Bafna asking this question again on the chat. There is a good combination of Baku with Tbilisi. You can do 3 nights in Baku and you can do 3 nights in Tbilisi. This is the program that we had for our travelers. And if somebody is not looking to do an internal local flight travel, because there is a flight that leaves at 9:30 in the morning and at 10 o'clock in the night. So what we can also do is we can do an overnight bus. So you can sit in a bus from Baku, and the bus brings you to the border control, and then in the morning you're in Tbilisi. So it's like you travel from Delhi to Shimla or Shimla, Delhi to Manali, the bus is same. It takes around 7 to 8 hours. We have immigration stop en route where the toilet facilities and everything are there. So you have your dinner in Baku and you eat your breakfast in Tbilisi.
Sounds so good. So now moving ahead, we have Mr. Sudhanshu Kaushik from Novo Hospitality. Vikrant, I would like you to introduce Mr. Sudhanshu and also about his hospitality department.
So Mr. Sudhanshu Kaushik, thank you so much for coming here on the show. Sudhanshu is a very dear friend, and Sudhanshu is also the guy who actually introduced and pushed me to be visiting Georgia and, to set up something. He is like a consultant for us as Go Georgia Travel to, set up the DMC, to hire the staff, and to give us an understanding of what kind of products can be created for Indian tourists in Georgia, because he's an expert with Georgia. He's been in Georgia since 2016, and he also is in a business of managing hotels and restaurants and hospitality products. He already has a ski resort which he is managing and a boutique hotel in Tbilisi city that he is managing. And Sudhanshu has promised and assured me that he will be having a Indian restaurant very soon in Tbilisi for all our guests from India. So his success story, which most of us on this group already know, is also Premier Palace Hotel in Baku and Bollywood Grill Restaurant in Baku, one of the finest 5-star hotels and the finest Indian restaurants in Baku, where our groups go on a regular basis. So Sudhanshu, thank you for coming on the show. We would like to hear your perspective on what made you choose Georgia as a destination for you to do business with, and the offerings and some achievements that you've already done in Georgia. I know you've opened many hotels in Georgia and worked with many hotels and are currently running hotels. What is it that you would like to tell us as a Indian MICE tourist leisure community, travel community? What is the message on Georgia that you would like to give to us?
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Namaste. Thank you, Sanket, and thank you, Vikrant Bhai, for having me on the show. And my thanks to your Go Georgia team for giving me a platform to come and talk about my company. Well, Georgia started with more of a shocker because I was in Azerbaijan. I've been in CIS country for the last 4 years. So we just planned one fine day that, there's a country called Georgia with a lot of tourists going in. Why not we go out for a weekend and see what this country has all about? Without realizing the future opportunity, which I'll come back to you later, we went for a short visit, and we fell in love with the country. I mean, in that short span, we traveled from Tbilisi to Batumi in this fantastic train, which are of Swiss standards. I mean, they are Stettler trains, which you see in Switzerland and in France. I mean, these are the one which they use to provide you the high quality transport, the infrastructure of the company, the number of international brands which is there. Georgia, I'm not sure how many of you know, is a small country, but it welcomes more than 9 million tourists per year. For a country where the population is 3 million, there is a n number of opportunity within the country in terms of hospitality sector, because it is one of the top line revenue earner for the country. I mean, Georgia depends mostly on the tourism than any other industry. So 6 months down the line, I was offered a position to do the opening for hotels in Georgia. The first one was a Best Western Hotel in Kutaisi, which I successfully led. It's a beautiful 45 rooms boutique hotel from Best Western Collections. Then I did a reopening, I call it, and a rebranding for a hotel called Georgia Palace, which was the first 5-star hotel in Ajara region, a non-branded property. Beautiful hotel, which is just in front of the beach. I mean, it has its private beach of 1 kilometer. Then I was further trusted for another fine project in the wine regions of Georgia, which is Tel Aviv. I did the opening for Holiday Inn Hotel in Tel Aviv there through my company. While I was in the process of working for a management company, I thought, why not I develop my own company, and start leading the projects. And that's where the Novo Hospitality management came. So at the moment, we have 3 projects ongoing in CIS country, which is between Baku and Georgia. Baku, thank you, Vikrant Bhai, for introducing my beautiful and one of my favorite hotel, which is Premier Palace and Bollywood Grill Restaurant. In Georgia, I do a consultancy project for season opening for a very fine ski resort in Bakuriani, which is Crystal Hotel and Spa. It is in the main ski point of the Bakuriani. I mean, in Bakuriani, you have a total ski area of 29 kilometers. But the region where it is based, which is called Tbilisi, it is the largest ski slopes for this region. It's around 17 kilometers of ski regions split into 3 different slopes, which is blue, green, and red. There is no black slopes in Georgia, unfortunately. However, they are under the development because in 2022, there will be a freestyle world championship, which is going to happen in Bakuriani. And this tells you about the country, that how much they are investing in the infrastructure of the company in developing as a first-class tourist destination. The hotel, which is in Bakuriani, it is split into different segments. So we have a 3-star hotel within the resort. We have a 4-star hotel in the resort. We have a very fine chalet, which range from 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom apartments and villas as well. So in total, we have a key of 250 rooms and a 6 different restaurant selection. So at the moment, what we have been doing in the past, that we were flying our onboard chef from Baku for any Indian groups which we had to go and cook in Georgia. However, with the current guidelines, we are looking to have an onboard chef, Indian chef, to be based in Georgia and to welcome all our tourists, coming from India and a different part of the world. There is a small boutique hotel which we have in Tbilisi. It's called as a Georgian Holidays. Unfortunately, both the hotels are at the moment on the closure because of the pandemic, but we will be opening them very soon. In the middle of June is what we are looking to open it for the local tourists. But from 1st of July, as the government has announced, the Georgia will be fully fledged open for foreign tourists, and which gives us a very good hope that in very sooner time we will be able to welcome a lot of tourists in Georgia. Then we have a very fine hotel which I'm also a consultant in Tel Aviv called Holiday Inn through my business partner. It is a 88 room very fine city center hotel which is very close to all the wine regions, and it is right in front of the landmark destination of Tel Aviv. it has a very fine in-house famous Georgian restaurant, which is Kaknabi. And it also has a Spanish tapas, which is on the rooftop, which gives you a 360 view of the city. So, I mean, a very good branded hotel in the heart of Tel Aviv to visit. And Vikrant, I will share the details of my projects with once this presentation is over. We will be, he will be sharing out all the information what we have to and how we can work together.
So, Sudhanshu bhai, Divyanshu bhai, you know him from CTS, has a question. It is Tel Aviv or Tbilisi? The hotel Holiday Inn is in Tel Aviv, right?
Yes, in Tel Aviv. I mean, there are, another Holiday Inn which is in Tbilisi also, but what we have done the opening, it's in Tel Aviv, which is the one of the must-visit area, because I was very fortunate to touch all the must-visit places of Georgia, which I talked about: Batumi, Kabuleti, Kutaisi, Tbilisi, and of course Tel Aviv. So I mean, this is all the top regions which you can think of when you are on a travel. I mean, they are another very beautiful areas which can be explored, and one of my favorite being Mestia, which is another very highly growing regions in terms of travel and tourism people. But why Georgia is purely because of the fact that we have a very common belief that in Georgia the people say every guest is a gift of God, and in India we say Atiti Deva Bhava, which means the same meaning, that a guest is a god, and their kind of hospitality, you see the warmness and the feel they get from when people go to Georgia is unbelievable. It's incredible. It leaves you with all the good memories you can think of. Also, Georgians love to party, and their way of lifestyle is very much like us. Eat, drink, and dance. So I mean, they are very much a party people. They have a very fine supras you can explore. I mean, I was very privileged to be in few supras and few weddings. Their weddings are humongous. The amount of food comes to your table, it will put you in a big shock. The amount of chacha, vodka shots, and wine goes on the table. It's really, amazing and incredible. I mean, they have a lot of colors. They have a lot of dance, music. Everything you think of food is there. I mean, which very signifies our culture. The food which you have it in Georgia, it is very close to our Indian food, and I'm sure Vikrant bhai will explain a little bit more about the Georgian cuisine. However, Georgia is a country also where the wine was originated, not exactly from France or Spain or Italy, what we think, but it is the country where the wine was originated, and it dates back around 8,000 years. So, I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell about the Georgia, and I'm really happy to be here to be a part of this webinar. And as Vikrant said, I did, ask him to go and see Georgia as a country because it ticks all the boxes for leisure, for family, for youngsters. I mean, the country offers one of the finest, nightlife. I mean, in terms of one of the top 5 nightclubs in the world, where all these big DJs you can name off in the world, they do jazz festival. They have Black Sea Arena, where you have, all the big stars who comes and plays. Elton John was there in 2018. Then there are a lot of big celebrities who comes and play every summer season. The country is very cosmopolitan and very open to the people from a different cultural religion. They love about our Bollywood movies. You might be surprised when somebody will start singing Jimmy Jimmy while you are on a taxi, and I mean, it might give you a different feel that you're just at home. So I mean, it is just a complete package. It's like a one-stop shop which ticks all the boxes, and that's why my company is there, because we see a huge scope. The way country is investing within developing the tourism sector in the country, the way, I mean, it is one of the 4th safest country as per UN WTO. You have less than 1,000 cases in Georgia for coronavirus, with only 150 odd active cases, which is pretty much nothing. One of the first country to start accepting the international tourist. So, I mean, it has everything what you can think of.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sudhanshu. Thank you so much, Sudhanshu. Sanket, over to you, because I think we are running short of time. So if there are any question and answers, we would like to take them. And if you have any questions, Sanket, for all of us, we would like to take them up. And just to let everybody know here, because I know that Indian food is like the most important component of every MICE group, every family which is coming from India to any destination. Tbilisi has a wide range of offering of Indian restaurants. I think there are more than 15 restaurants, starting from 50 seaters going up to 200 seaters restaurants are there. The chefs are from India. The staff is from India who is managing the restaurant, and whether it comes to any kind of food requirements, it can be met.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, the regions like Bakuriani, which is a ski resort, has a Indian restaurant. Batumi, which is a beach resort, has an Indian restaurant. But the wine regions do not have Indian restaurants. And wine and Indian food don't go hand in hand. But I can tell you, I was in Georgia and I was traveling during Navratras while I was vegetarian. I've been eating food, local Georgian food, which is very similar to Indian food. So what we have as Rajma is called lobia. And I can tell you the taste is no difference. It's the same taste for both the dishes. So you have a lot of various other options which are there in when it comes to food. And we are always there to, suggest to your guests, take your needs and tell you about what we can do in terms of food. So if you have a group which is Jain group, we can cater them entirely Jain food all for next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meals that is required. And we have Sheraton, which has an in-house Indian chef. So anytime you need, if you are booked at Sheraton, you can give in your menus and Makhanlal ji can accommodate it for us. Sanket, over to question and answers. Huh?
Yep. So before we go to the Q&A session, I have got, so I would request all the friends to please put on your questions on the chat box so that we can take one by one. But before that, Vikrant, I would like to note two things about the MICE business. Like whenever we talk MICE, nowadays we talk about something different or something wow. So I want to understand about the wow factors or the adventure activities that can be done for the group. That is one. And second, for a typical 3-nighter itinerary, what would be the normal budget? Because I'm sure these questions will come up, so I'm asking in advance.
So Sanket, I'll take your second question first.
Okay.
When we talk of a 3-nighter group, the budget may vary on the type of services that you're choosing. If you're looking at a 3.5 or a 4-star hotel, which is in the city, your budget for a total all-inclusive package, which is like breakfast, lunch, dinner, activities, sightseeing, guides, everything, is approximately between $350 to $400. But if you're looking at a decent branded 4-star hotel, which is like a Holiday Inn or any other Radisson or Courtyard by Marriott or Mercure, the budgets go a little higher, approximately between $400 to $500. And if you're looking at a 5-star hotel like a Sheraton, Marriott or a Biltmore or a Radisson or a other branded hotels, then the hotels, keeping in mind the season and off season, the budgets would be between $500 to $600. But what I am giving you is an option of an all-inclusive package that we have for our clients, which includes your breakfast, lunch, dinner, sightseeing, guides, transportation, entertainment, activity, one gala dinner with local wine, local beer, and local cha-cha. No alcohol. We have restaurants with whom we can work and we can get you access to bring your own alcohol. But not all restaurants do that, but some restaurants do that. And answering your first question, activities, full. Tbilisi, Georgia, every city has its own activities. We've got go-karting, we've got off-roading, we've got shooting range, we've got a park where we can organize a full day of adventure activities for you, like archery, rope pulling and everything, team building activities. The destination has every kind of an activity that could come to your mind and unique itineraries. You can do rafting, you can do paragliding, you can do, there is this activity where you sit in a crane and the crane takes you 50 meters up in the sky and you have your meal or your conference or gala dinner there. So there are many activities. I am not giving a presentation right now, like showing a presentation, but in our presentation, Lika can show you an ample list of itineraries. Our email IDs will be shared with everybody, but we have an Instagram page called Go Georgia Travel on Instagram. So if anybody who clicks on Go Georgia Travel Instagram can follow us, we have a lot of promotions that we get from our partners on hotels, where if you book for 3 nights, you get 1 night free, or if you book for 2 nights, you get something free. And we also run campaigns which are very, very market based. where we offer bloggers and people who write about Georgia a free holiday into Georgia. So everybody, I would request you to click on Go Georgia Travel and start following that page so you get an update from us. We are also on Facebook. We are also on Instagram.
Thank you. So thank you very much, Vikrant, for that. So as we are talking about social media, I would also like to say something about YouTube. All our destination talks and tourism talk are now being uploaded on YouTube. There are already 3 videos uploaded. First one is Baku, that is Azerbaijan, which we did with Mr. Vikrant Grover. Second one is tour management, which we did with Mr. Christopher Lobo, a senior tour director. And the third one, which we did, was tourism version 2.0. COVID-19 era, which we did with Mr. Lakshmikant Patil, Mr. Nasir Merchant, and Mr. Anish Pitnekar. All the 3 links I will be sharing in the chat box. Meanwhile, please, whatever questions you have, feel free to ask. And it's a request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel for new travel related updates and stuff soon. Thank you.
So I have a question that I have from Richa Atre. Richa, the country is absolutely safe for female solo traveler. I would say this is one of the safest countries. Mr. Sudhanshu already mentioned. We at Georgia, the women are safe. I have seen tourists from Israel, from various parts of the world, on the streets, partying, eating at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So that answers your question. Sanchita Bagul, shopping places. Yes, there are outlet shoppings. There is a huge outlet shopping in Georgia. There are not only one, there are 2 outlet shopping venues. Every international brand and local brand is available. Then there is street shopping. If you go to Matsketa city, that is like the venue, part of the sightseeing where people go for shopping. And I can tell you that being very closely working with Azerbaijan and spending a lot of time in Azerbaijan, shopping in Georgia is cheaper than any place in Europe. If you are buying a Massimo Dutti in Azerbaijan and comparing it to Georgia, it is cheaper in Georgia to buy. What I see in a Massimo Dutti shop in Azerbaijan, I buy it in Georgia. It is approximately $15, 15% cheaper. And then Georgia also gives you duty free and shopping. So if you are buying, you get a tax claim when you are at the airport. So if you have all your invoices and you're doing a tax refund, all your shopping is tax free in Georgia.
Yeah, and also one thing I could see there, Tel Aviv is one of the region in Georgia, and Tel Aviv is in Israel. So these 2 are different. These 2 are
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
They're different.
yeah. So these 2 are. Another question.
Tel Aviv is the wine region of Georgia. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and we are getting one question, Vikrant, from Mr. Sachin Bafna. Any Georgia specialist program or any program by
So, Mr. Bafna, very good evening to you. See, there is no Georgia specialist program that the Georgian Tourism Board has announced till now. Very unfortunate for us as of now that the Georgia Tourism Board is not very active in Indian market. We were planning some sessions with the Georgia Tourism Board, but language is a little problem with them because they like to speak in their regional languages. But very soon we will be doing a roadshow in India along with the Georgian Tourism Board and airline partners and hotel partners, where we are inviting them to come to India and Georgia. So we as Go Georgia Travel are planning to invest in this plan with our partners, and we want to invite them to and do a 3-city roadshow with them. So when they are here, we will shortly raise up your concern with them, and I can also introduce you to the tourism board. But tourism board right now is not very active or dealing with markets like we've got Singapore Tourism Board or Malaysian Tourism Board or Dubai Tourism. Not at that scale, but yes, it is there. The board is involved in doing a lot of local development within the country, because apart for India, Georgia may be new, but for Europeans, Georgia is very old. So they're already in touch.
Yeah.
So Chris had some questions. If we can get Mr. Chris Lobo on the screen, my dear friend.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Chris, to answer your question on chefs, I have worked with you very closely, so I know what you require. We will meet all your requirement, and seeing Sudhanshu on the group, I'm sure you know we're not talking we
I
deliver
just want
also.
to, I said you take all the questions and then after that I'll say hi to Sudhanshu and to you and everybody. Hi Sudhanshu, how are you?
Hey Chris, I'm good, Chris, and how are you?
The little that I've heard now, I think I'm due for a recce to Georgia. I think I'm due.
Look
Be our
forward to
guest.
Sorry?
Be my guest whenever you want to come. Okay. So Sanchita, answering your question that do we have itineraries that include Borjomi? Of course, Borjomi is included in every sightseeing that we do to Bakurani, because Borjomi is a town which is before Bakurani. Even Uplitske is a part of our itinerary. Sanchita, I will request you to please write an email to me, and I myself and Lika will share all the details with you. So what I am going to do here is, Sanket, Lika, can you please share your and my email IDs on the group for on the chat? And
Sure,
this
of course.
here, what you can see, everybody, is our Go Georgia Instagram page. If you guys go onto Instagram and start following us, you will see all our company details here also. I'm going to touch base with you parallelly, but this page will give you a lot of insights.
Absolutely. And Vikrant, I've got one question asked to me in private, that how is Georgia different for people who have been to Baku, experience-wise, as they have similar landscapes?
Okay, I will tell you, the landscapes are not similar. The landscapes are very different. I have been with Baku since 2017. I love that country, Azerbaijan, and Baku as a city. The landscapes are totally different. Totally different. Georgia is more historical. Okay, I will not say that Baku is not historical, but Georgia has old churches. So Georgia has its own history, Georgian history, which is, if you just put it in Google and you say Georgian history, it will tell you what the destination has to answer. So it has for many centuries been an independent country, and at a very later stage, Georgia was occupied by Russia. So Georgian, if you go to Matsketa, the image that you see in Sanket's background, the monastery, is full of Georgian history. And the landscapes, I would say some parts are same, but not all, not entire. So whoever asked you this question, it is like, I would say Georgia is like, Tbilisi is like a Prague or a, Budapest, not like a Dubai or a Abu Dhabi. Thank you, Sanket. I just want to end and say one more thing before I latch off from this chat. I would like to thank Givi, and I would like to thank you, Sanket, and Mr. Makhanlal ji also from Sheraton Hotel, Sudhanshu from Novo Hospitality, and Lika, my teammate, for being on this chat. And to tell you that, a lot of people who know me, they know that I understand the MICE aspect of tourism very well, because I was born in this industry 22 years back. I understand the Indian habits of travelers, MICE travelers. We can also help you get Hindi-speaking guides. Their Hindi will not be like my Hindi, but these are Indian students who study in Georgia and who work with us on assignments. So we have Hindi-speaking guides. Yes, they cannot explain you the history like a Georgian trained and professional guide can, but yes, they can be a part of the group and they can assist your clients. We've already tried this in Baku, where we have a Hindi speaking guide, and it is very successful with all our groups coming from Gujarat and Maharashtra. So we have Hindi speaking guides in Georgia also for us. And if there is a need, since we work between two countries, we can always move our trained staff from Azerbaijan to Georgia if there is a need be for it. And every kind of transportation is available. We can also assist you to book flights between Tbilisi and Baku. So if there is any requirement between these two countries, we are always here to help and assist you. And our knowledge of handling Indian groups and Indian tourists, gives us an edge over others, because we understand what the market needs, what the sentiments of Indian travelers are. So thank you so much, Sanket. And thank you all the participants on this group. My details are already shared on the chat, but yes, Sanjeev, hi.
Yeah, hi. So sorry, I had a small query, and that is regarding, do you organize those small little groups also, like a family group, or is it all big
Yes,
groups?
Sanjeev, we do all family groups, whether it's even a single person who's traveling, we organize it. And we have partners, like I know Sanjeev is from Singapore, but we have partners. You can write to us, whether it's one person or two person or big people. We organize it for everybody.
Okay, understood. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
everyone.
for doing this.
Thank you.
So all the participants, please stay home, stay safe, and do connect to the next webinar. I am planning Iceland, Dubai, and Gujarat in the pipeline.